It's Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick 6 last time out. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you cut everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but win. We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go!
The numbers for him from a week ago. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, Freedman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers. But
he's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Jackson on first down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. Now they can't bring him down, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out, and he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, at the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out right at the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And nope. Chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Extra point try now for Vedvik. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. On the return is Duvernay. Got a good return. He'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get it. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson will throw again. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by...
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins there to make the grab. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
We got this.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Pushing his way through, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Buying time to his left.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Callaway, the return man. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Let's go. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Trying to lay one up deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.